In a world filled with mysteries and cultural nuances, there is a place where young girls, considered virgins, willingly offer their innocence to tourists. Behind their smiles and shyness, are there heartbreaking stories of inequality and exploitation? Are we romanticizing a dark reality? Join me as we uncover the truth behind this shocking headline. Shrouded in the mystical embrace of the Himalayas, Tibet whispers tales of ancient wisdom and extraordinary traditions. A land where towering peaks pierce the heavens, where the air itself seems thinner, carrying the echoes of centuries past. Before we get into the main content, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. It's a great motivation for the channel. Thank you so much. Our odyssey today will lead us into the heart of this enigmatic realm, where the simplicity of life intertwines with the profound solemnity of its people's stories. We shall unveil the secrets of customs that challenge our understanding, like the enigmatic fraternal polyandry system, a dance of love and practicality, where a woman unites with multiple brothers in matrimony, a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the Tibetan spirit. But our exploration doesn't end there. We shall journey across the windswept plateaus, where nomadic herders roam, their yak hair tents resembling constellations scattered across the vast canvas of the earth. We shall seek solace in the hallowed halls of ancient Buddhist monasteries, where time stands still and the whispers of monks echo through chambers adorned with vibrant mandalas and sacred texts. Prepare to be captivated by the hidden wonders of Tibet, a land where spirituality dances with the raw power of nature, and where every step reveals a new facet of this extraordinary tapestry of life. Beneath the roof of the world, Tibet's geography and altitude. Tibet is often called the roof of the world. Tibet holds great cultural, geographical, and spiritual significance. Covering an area nearly as large as Western Europe, Tibet, especially the Tibet Autonomous Region, forms an important part of China. If we broaden our perspective to include the entire Tibetan Plateau, the size nearly doubles. At an average elevation of about 4,900 meters, Tibet stands as the highest region on Earth. Attributing to thin A's Tibetans' unique physiology, this great height means significantly lower oxygen levels than at sea level, with visitors experiencing up to a 40% reduction in available oxygen. Such thin air can lead to altitude sickness for those not accustomed to it. Despite these challenges, the air in Tibet is famously clean and pure, offering visitors stunning views of vast landscapes and distinctively blue skies. This unique blend of challenge and natural beauty makes Tibet one of the most remote regions on Earth, providing an inspiring experience for adventurous souls. The people of Tibet have adapted remarkably to these harsh conditions. Unlike those at sea level, Tibetans exhibit unique physiological responses, allowing them to thrive in low oxygen environments. They maintain different hemoglobin levels in their blood compared to most high-altitude dwellers. While others might suffer from polycythemia, Tibetans have genetically adapted to keep lower hemoglobin levels, preventing excessive blood thickening and reducing the risk of blood clots and strokes. Extreme climate contrasts. Winters in Tibet can be brutally cold, with temperatures dropping to 40°C below 0°C in some areas. In contrast, summers are surprisingly cool, rarely exceeding 68°C. This climatic paradox adds to the unique and challenging conditions that shape Tibet's stunning landscape, creating a stark contrast to its near-equatorial location. Unique wildlife. Guardians of the Plateau. The Tibetan Plateau is home to rare species like the Tibetan antelope, prized for its warm, fine wool. The iconic yak is vital to the local ecosystem, providing meat, milk, wool, and serving as a pack animal. The Tibetan brown bear, Tibetan sand fox, Pallas's cat, and Tibetan wolf further enrich Tibet's biodiversity. Ancient nomads faced the challenge of protecting their livestock from predators. To address this, they selectively bred the Tibetan Mastiff, a majestic and formidable dog belonging to the Mastiff family. These Mastiffs have retained the instincts and resilience necessary to thrive in the harsh environments of Tibet and the Himalayan region. With their large bodies, thick double coats of fur, and strong pack behaviors, Tibetan Mastiffs stand out as one of the most expensive dog breeds in the world due to their rarity. This remarkable breed symbolizes the ingenuity and adaptability of the Tibetan people as they navigate coexistence with the diverse wildlife in their region. An in-depth look is the practice of polyandry, where a woman has more than one husband. is a tradition deeply woven into the cultural and economic fabric of Tibet. This tradition reveals the adaptive strategies of a society shaped by its challenging environment. If you enjoyed this video, please comment with the number 1. If you didn't like it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. Social and economic benefits of polyandry. In traditional Tibetan polyandry, typically brothers share a single wife, a practice known as fraternal polyandry. Although unconventional from a Western perspective, this arrangement offers practical solutions to many social and economic challenges faced. The decline and legacy of polyandry. The harsh climate and limited arable land of the Tibetan Plateau make it economically difficult to maintain large families or divide property among siblings, which can threaten survival prospects. Polyandry, particularly fraternal polyandry, where brothers share one wife, has helped keep families united in land ownership intact. This practice serves as an effective resource management strategy, ensuring economic sustainability. Asia's water tower, Tibet's global impact. Tibet's immense water wealth makes it a crucial player on the global stage. Tibet stands as the third largest reservoir of water and ice in the world, following the Arctic and Antarctic. This region, with its stunning lakes, rivers, and glaciers, is a lifeline for nearly half of the global population. 47% of the world's people rely on the fresh water flowing from Tibet. Rivers of life, Tibet's water resources. Known as Asia's water tower, Tibet is the birthplace of several major Asian rivers: the Yangtze, Yellow Indus Mekong, and Brahmaputra. These rivers, fed by the glaciers of the Tibetan Plateau, are vital for billions of people across numerous countries. High-altitude lakes. Jewels of the plateau. High-altitude lakes like Lake Namso, situated at around 15,000 feet, stand as some of the highest saltwater lakes in the world. These lakes, aside from their breathtaking beauty, are crucial in shaping the regional climate and ecosystem. The black diamond apple, a rare delicacy. Tibet, known for its sparse vegetation due to high altitudes and cold temperatures, is home to the extraordinary black diamond apple. This remarkable apple stands out with its deep purple, almost black skin, a result of the intense ultraviolet light at high altitudes. A taste of luxury. The black diamond's sweetness. But it's not just the appearance that makes this apple special. The black diamond apple is known for its exceptionally juicy and sweet flesh, offering a perfect balance of sweetness and tartness. Due to the demanding, growing environment and limited production, these apples have earned a reputation as a luxury fruit. They are rare and expensive, often priced between $7 and $120 per apple, depending on the market. And get ready to hear about the fascinating history of Tibet and understand the significance of the Tibetan flag. Quick request: subscribe for more amazing content. Before we continue, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me out in any way, just hitting that subscribe button would mean a lot. It really supports this channel, and if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make the show even more amazing for you. Do we have a deal? The ancient origins of the Tibetan people. The origins of the Tibetan people trace back to the indigenous Bon religion and the ancient Zongzong culture. This early period remains shrouded in mystery, as much of its history is derived from oral traditions and later Buddhist texts. The rise of the Tibetan Empire. A significant development in Tibetan historical record keeping occurred in the 7th century with the introduction of the Tibetan script. This writing system played a crucial role in preserving Tibet's cultural and historical heritage. Ancient Tibet also held a central position within a broader trade network. Strategically located on the Silk Road, Tibet became a hub connecting extensive trade networks between the East and the West. The emergence of the Tibetan Empire in the 7th century under the rule of Emperor Songs. Gampo marked an era of significant expansion and influence. Emperor Songtsen Gampo played a vital role in shaping Tibetan history. He is credited with establishing the empire's capital at Lhasa and overseeing the construction of Tibet's first Buddhist temples, including the revered Jokhang and Ramoshi temples. This period also saw the development of Tibetan script and coinage, signaling the rise of a sophisticated and centralized administration. The growth of monastic Buddhism and the Dalai Lama's Starting in the 11th century, monastic Buddhism saw a substantial increase in prominence. During this period, many schools and monasteries were established, playing a crucial role in shaping Tibetan society. Besides serving as religious centers, these monasteries became vibrant hubs for learning, artistic expression, and community life. From the 14th century onwards, the Dalai Lamas became the spiritual and temporal leaders of Tibet, symbolizing a unique blend of religion and governance in Tibetan society. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you didn't, let us know what we can do better in the comments. We're always looking to improve. Tibet in the 20th century. Conflict and exile. The 20th century brought tumultuous changes to Tibet, marked by increased interaction and conflict with neighboring China. Although Tibet declared independence early in the century, this claim was not widely recognized internationally. In 1950, the People's Republic of China asserted control over Tibet, leading to significant political and social transformations. Following the Tibetan uprising in 1959, the Dalai Lama sought asylum in India, establishing the Tibetan government in exile in Dharamshala. This pivotal event marked a significant turning point in Tibetan resistance, signifying the beginning of the international Tibetan freedom movement. The Panchen Lama controversy. In 1995, the Chinese government, recognizing Buddhism as a widely practiced religion in China, appointed their own Panchen Lama. This decision came 6 years after the death of the previous Panchen Lama, notably diverging from the choice of the current Dalai Lama, whose chosen successor remains in hiding in China. The Tibetan flag, a symbol of identity and resistance. In Tibet, the image of the government-appointed Panchen Lama is prevalent, contrasting sharply with the legal ban on possessing images of the 14th Dalai Lama, punishable by fines or imprisonment. Many Tibetans see this discrepancy as a deliberate attempt by the Chinese government to undermine Tibetan culture and identity. This ban extends to the Tibetan flag, which is not allowed to be displayed anywhere in the country. Instead, Chinese flags adorn rooftops. The Tibetan flag, often known as the Snow Lion flag or the Free Tibet flag, is a powerful symbol for the Tibetan government in exile and the Tibetan exile community, representing their national identity. At the heart of this historic flag are two snow lions facing each other, symbolizing the nation's fearless nature and triumph. They hold a flaming jewel, representing the spiritual and material wealth of the Tibetan people. So above them, a radiant sun with extending rays signifies freedom and the nurturing of all beings, a prevalent theme in Buddhist symbolism. The blue rays from the sun signify the 10 directions of Buddhism and the spirit of universal peace and happiness. Encircling the sun and lions is a golden border traditionally associated with the spread of Buddhist teachings. Tibetan culture, storytelling, music, dance, and monastic life. A vital part of Tibetan culture is its rich storytelling tradition, which preserves history, moral values, and spiritual beliefs across generations. Epic tales like the story of King Gesar, recognized by the Guinness World Records as the longest epic, are more than just literary masterpieces, as they encapsulate the values, history, and cosmology of Tibet. Music and dance are essential to the lives of Tibetans. Traditional Tibetan music includes chants and secular songs played with instruments like the damyen, lingbu, and drums. Tibetan dances range from sacred chame dances performed by masked monks in monasteries to more secular folk dances in villages and towns. These dances are not merely entertainment. They convey moral lessons and preserve folk. In Tibetan cities, the daily lives of monks revolve around traditional debates, a vital part of their learning journey. These debates are dynamic exchanges where monks challenge each other, delving deeply into various aspects of Buddhist teachings. When it comes to meal times, simplicity and discipline are paramount. Meals, often vegetarian, adhere to the nonviolent principles of Buddhism, reflecting the monks' commitment to their spiritual path. Afternoons at Tibetan monasteries are dedicated to individual study, meditation, and communal rituals. These rituals, including chanting, musical performances, and the creation of intricate sand mandalas, are fundamental to their daily lives and symbolize spiritual transformation. As night falls, monks gather for evening prayers and meditation, reflecting on their day and preparing for rest. Throughout the year, ceremonies and rituals like the Monlam Prayer Festival enrich the spiritual tapestry of Tibetan monasteries, highlighting the depth of their traditions and beliefs. Tibet nuns, a life of devotion and spiritual growth. Contrary to common perception, Tibetan nuns live in large communities known as anis. These women lead lives very similar to male monks, devoting themselves to Tibetan Buddhism and primarily residing in nunneries. These women are deeply committed to their spiritual growth and serving their communities, while their daily routines and spiritual activities closely mirror those of male monks. They live in smaller and more secluded spaces. The decision to become a nun often comes from a strong desire for enlightenment and liberation from worldly suffering. A cosmic connection. In Tibetan culture, astrology, known as Plateau, plays a crucial role. These astrological charts are crafted with meticulous detail based on a person's exact birth time and date. These charts guide individuals through life, offering predictions and assisting in making key decisions. For instance, marital compatibility is often assessed through astrological analysis, where the positions of stars and planets at birth predict relationship harmony and prosperity. Astrology also intersects with Tibetan medicine. Celestial positions are believed to impact physical and mental health, guiding the timing of medical treatments and the selection of specific remedies to align healthcare practices with cosmic rhythms. Harvesting cordyceps, a unique Tibetan tradition. A unique aspect of Tibetan medicine involves harvesting cordyceps, a valuable fungus renowned for its healing properties. This practice occurs in high-altitude grasslands where cordyceps grow on caterpillars. This activity is economically significant and culturally important, bringing communities together for rituals and celebrations. Oracles and divination in Tibet. Tibetans also seek guidance from oracles and employ divination techniques, reflecting their belief in the connection between the spiritual and material worlds. The Oracle of Tibet, for instance, has historically advised national leaders and the Dalai Lama through ceremonies. These oracles enter trance-like states to convey divine messages and insights. Ski burials, a unique Tibetan funeral rite. For one of the most unique and meaningful Tibetan customs is the sky burial, rooted in Buddhist beliefs about reincarnation and the impermanent nature of the physical body. Sky burials are conducted at designated sites on remote, high mountains. Monks perform rituals before vultures consume the remains, symbolizing the connection between life and death and the deep bond with nature that Tibetan culture embraces. The Tibetan lunar calendar and Losar festival. The Tibetan lunar calendar and the Losar festival are deeply ingrained in Tibetan culture, reflecting their rich traditions and religious beliefs. The Tibetan lunar calendar, based on the phases of the moon, guides many aspects of Tibetan life, including their festivals and ceremonies. One of the most significant celebrations in Tibet is the Losar festival, marking the Tibetan New Year. This festival usually begins between late January and early March, depending on the lunar calendar. Losar signifies the transition from the old year to the new, bringing a sense of renewal and joy to the community. Losar celebrations, a controversial tradition. The Losar festival spans up to 15 days, filled with various rituals and celebrations. Monasteries hold elaborate spiritual ceremonies, while communities come together for lively gatherings. Homes are meticulously cleaned and decorated. Special foods are prepared, and families reunite to partake in the festivities. New prayer flags are hung, symbolizing the communal spirit and the hopeful embrace of new beginnings that define this cherished festival. In some regions, this time of celebration includes unique practices, where young women may choose to sleep with tourists, seen as a way to bring good fortune and blessings into the new year. This tradition, while controversial, is an integral part of their cultural tapestry and highlights the diverse ways different societies embrace change and renewal. The Drokpa nomads of the High Plateau. The Drokpa people, known as Tibetan nomads, play a crucial role in the cultural and social fabric of Tibet, embodying a way of life deeply rooted in tradition and resilience spanning millennia. Their existence thrives amidst one of the world's most challenging environments, the Tibetan Plateau, where altitudes often exceed 14,000 feet, 4,500 meters. The Drokpa have crafted a distinctive lifestyle closely tied to their land and livestock. Central to their livelihood is the herding of yak, sheep, and goats, animals uniquely adapted to the harsh conditions of the Tibetan Plateau. Nomadic lifestyle and seasonal migration. The nomadic lifestyle of the Drukpa follows a seasonal migration pattern, ensuring their herds access the best pastures and water sources throughout the year. Their traditional dwellings are iconic black tents made from yak hair, renowned for their durability against the plateau's fierce winds and extreme temperatures. These tents serve as mobile homes, fitting the nomadic way of life while providing shelter and protection in Tibet's rugged terrain. Drukpa women, horsemen, and the importance of livestock. Drukpa women engage in activities such as weaving blankets and making butter, while men oversee the herding of livestock. In the fall, nomads travel to markets or trading areas to sell or barter livestock, crucial for acquiring provisions for the winter. Their horse riding skills are remarkable, with horses deeply embedded in their culture. Horse races and skill competitions at local festivals showcase their expert riding abilities and serve as a foundation for social connection and cultural preservation. Tibetan farmers, stewards of the land. In the serene valleys and lower terrains of Tibet lies another community in harmony with nature's rhythms and the land's productivity. These are the Tibetan farmers, stewards of the land engaged in timeless agricultural practices. They grow essential crops like barley, wheat, and other staples vital to Tibetan culture and sustenance. Agricultural life and family dynamics. The lives of Tibetan farmers primarily revolve around the agricultural calendar, marked by cycles of planting, nurturing, and harvesting. Barley, the staple crop, is a hardy grain well suited to Tibet's harsh climate, serving not only as a food source but also as a cultural symbol. Family dynamics in these communities are intertwined with farming routines, with multi-generational families collaborating in the fields and passing down agricultural knowledge to younger members. Traditional Tibetan homes and modern challenges. Traditional Tibetan homes of these farmers are built from locally sourced materials like stone and wood, fortified against the harsh climate with thick walls and small windows. Inside, vibrant Tibetan textiles adorn the spaces, while a central hearth serves as the focal point. However, Tibetan farmers face challenges from modernization and globalization as younger generations move to urban areas for education and job prospects. This trend risks altering traditional lifestyles and eroding agricultural knowledge. Additionally, political and economic changes have disrupted land ownership and traditional farming practices. Despite these challenges, farmers display resilience, adapting while preserving their cultural heritage. Women play a crucial role in agriculture, managing households and sharing responsibilities equally with men. Urban life in Tibet, a blend of tradition and modernity. In rural Tibet, daily life is shaped by the harsh natural environment and the need to meet basic survival needs. However, urban Tibet tells a different story, particularly in cities like Lhasa, Shigatse, and Giants. In these urban centers, historic monasteries and temples stand alongside modern infrastructure, showcasing the rapid growth of Tibetan society. City residents engage in a variety of occupations that reflect the diverse economy. Trade is still a significant profession, but has evolved with modern transportation and communication advancements. Education, technology, and the changing workforce with better access to education and technology. Many city dwellers work in hospitality, education, healthcare, and administration. The younger generation is increasingly pursuing careers in technology and business fields that were once rare in traditional Tibetan society. Schools in cities like Lhasa adhere to the standard Chinese curriculum, enriched with lessons on Tibetan language and culture. This dual approach prepares young urban Tibetans to succeed in the modern world while maintaining their cultural heritage. Culinary fusion. A diverse food scene. Traditional dishes such as momos, thukpa, and butter tea remain popular, but urban areas now offer a wide variety of international cuisines. Restaurants and cafes cater to both locals and tourists, blending Chinese, Indian, Nepalese, and Western flavors with traditional Tibetan cuisine. Tourism and environmental challenges. Tourism has a substantial impact on these urban areas, drawing visitors from around the globe to experience Tibet's unique culture and breathtaking landscapes. As urbanization progresses, environmental issues like pollution and waste management are becoming more prominent. Many urban Tibetans are committed to environmental protection and sustainable living to preserve their natural surroundings. Iconic landmarks. exploring Tibet's cultural treasures. Tibet boasts some of the world's most spectacular and culturally significant landmarks. First, let's journey to the iconic Potala Palace. This stunning architectural masterpiece is not just a visual marvel, but a revered symbol of Tibetan Buddhism. Its presence dominates the Lhasa skyline, captivating visitors with its grandeur and spiritual significance. Nearby, we find the Jokhang Temple, another cornerstone of Tibetan spirituality, built originally to house Buddha statues brought to Tibet as part of royal dowries. The Jokhang Temple has expanded over the centuries into a complex of chapels, shrines, and prayer rooms, each brimming with spiritual energy. Hardpar Street and Sera Monastery, pilgrimage and serenity. Moving to the heart of Lhasa, Barkhor Street buzzes with vibrant Tibetan life. This ancient street isn't just a main road, but a crucial part of the pilgrimage route, alive with the footsteps and prayers of countless devotees. Leaving behind the lively Barkhor Street, a short journey brings us to the serene Sera Monastery, located on the outskirts of Lhasa. This historic site is one of Tibet's great university monasteries, known for its scholarly and contemplative atmosphere. Some are Pakel Daling Drepung Monastery, wandering, summer palaces and scholarly pursuits. From the academic ambience of Sera Monastery, we travel to Norbulinka. Built in the 18th century during the reign of the 7th Dalai Lama, Norbulinka served as the summer residence for successive Dalai Lamas until 1959. Its beautiful gardens and historic buildings offer a peaceful retreat. Further beyond Norbulinka lies the Drepung Monastery, divided into several colleges, each focusing on different aspects of Buddhist philosophy and practice. Drepung Monastery exudes a vibrant scholarly and spiritual atmosphere, ancient origins, and a living museum. Atop a hill in the Drawa Valley of Lhasa, Yumbulagang Palace stands as one of Tibet's oldest and most mystical sites. Believed to be the first building in Tibet, it is considered the origin of Tibetan civilization. Heading southwest of Lhasa in the Nyang Valley, we find the historic City of Giants, with its traditional Tibetan houses, cobblestone streets, and bustling local markets. Giant City resembles a living museum, offering a glimpse into the everyday life of the Tibetan people. Bonus, Tibet, with its majestic beauty and unique spiritual culture, is an attractive destination for those seeking adventure and discovery. However, to make your journey more fulfilling and avoid any unfortunate misunderstandings, keep the following in mind. Tibet is a land of Buddhism. Show respect for rituals, monasteries, and religious symbols. Avoid touching Buddha statues, walk clockwise around stupas, and do not take photos without permission. Preserve Tibet's pristine natural landscape by not littering and minimizing the use of single-use plastics. Respect local culture. Learn about Tibetan customs and etiquette before your trip. Avoid actions that might be considered offensive or disrespectful to the local people. Prepare thoroughly for your trip. Due to the high altitude and harsh climate, ensure you are in good health and pack all necessary items such as medications, warm clothes, sunscreen, and sunglasses. Do not take photos of locals without their consent, especially monks and children. Always ask permission before taking photos to avoid causing inconvenience. Do not buy products made from wild animals. The trade of wildlife products is illegal and contributes to the decline of endangered species. Learn a few Tibetan words. Knowing a few greetings or thank yous in Tibetan will help you communicate more easily and make a good impression on the locals. Do not discuss sensitive political issues. Avoid discussions about sensitive political topics, especially regarding the relationship between Tibet and China. High number to obtain a travel permit. To visit Tibet, you need to obtain a travel permit from the Chinese government. Ensure you have completed this process before your trip. Enjoy your journey. Tibet is a wonderful land with majestic natural landscapes and a unique culture. Savor every moment and explore the wonders this land has to offer. In conclusion, you click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love the content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment and a like to show your support. And remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.